Have you ever felt completely drained, like every ounce of your energy and passion was just gone? Burnout doesn't just steal your motivation, it shakes the very foundation of who you are. But here's the truth nobody tells you. Burnout isn't the end of your story. It's a painful chapter, yes, but also a powerful opportunity to rebuild, renew, and come back stronger than ever. Today, I'm going to share with you 10 main game-changing ways to rebuild yourself after burnout. These are not just tips, but essential steps that will transform your mind, body, and soul. If you want to rise from exhaustion and reclaim your life with unstoppable energy, you cannot afford to miss a single one of these. Number 1, recognize and accept your burnout. The very first and most crucial step to rebuilding yourself after burnout is to recognize and accept that you are experiencing burnout. This might sound obvious, but it's often the hardest part for many people. Burnout doesn't always show up as a dramatic breakdown. It can creep in slowly, disguised as constant exhaustion, irritability, or feeling disconnected from your work and life. You might try to push through it, telling yourself that it's just a phase, or I'm probably just stressed. But ignoring these signs only deepens the damage. Recognizing burnout means becoming fully aware of the physical, emotional, and mental toll it has taken on you. This awareness requires honesty. You have to check in with yourself and admit, without judgment, that you are depleted. This isn't a sign of weakness or failure. It's a sign that your body and mind have reached their limit and are screaming for attention. Acceptance is not about giving up or resigning yourself to feeling this way forever. It's about acknowledging the reality of your state so you can begin the healing process. One reason many people struggle to accept burnout is the stigma around mental health and productivity. Society often glorifies being busy, working long hours, and pushing through discomfort. Admitting burnout can feel like admitting defeat or falling short of expectations. But in truth, accepting burnout is a powerful act of courage and self-awareness. It allows you to stop fighting an invisible enemy and start redirecting your energy toward recovery. When you recognize burnout, you start to identify the specific symptoms you're experiencing. These can include chronic fatigue, insomnia, cynicism about your work, loss of motivation, increased anxiety, and even physical symptoms like headaches or digestive issues. Naming these symptoms helps you to separate burnout from other struggles like depression or simple tiredness, so you know exactly what you're dealing with. Acceptance also opens the door to seeking help. Whether it's confiding in a trusted friend, consulting a therapist, or discussing adjustments at work, you can only ask for support when you admit there is a problem. Without this crucial step, it's easy to fall into denial and keep spiraling deeper into exhaustion and frustration. In short, recognizing and accepting burnout lays the foundation for every other step in your journey to rebuild. It shifts your mindset from denial and resistance to clarity and readiness for change. This awareness sets the stage for you to take intentional actions that will bring back balance, energy, and purpose to your life. Number 2, prioritize rest without guilt. Once you have recognized and accepted that you are experiencing burnout, the next critical step is to prioritize rest without guilt. Rest is not a luxury or a reward for hard work. It is an essential component of healing and rebuilding your energy reserves. Many people who go through burnout struggle with the idea of resting because they associate productivity and worth with constant action and business. But to truly recover, you must shift your mindset and see rest as a powerful and necessary part of your comeback. Rest comes in many forms, and it goes beyond just sleep. It includes physical rest, allowing your body to recover from exhaustion, as well as mental and emotional rest, which means stepping away from stressful thoughts, constant decision-making, and emotional overwhelm. When burnout drains your energy, pushing yourself harder only deepens the damage. Prioritizing rest means intentionally creating space in your day and week to pause, breathe, and recharge. The challenge many face is the overwhelming feeling of guilt when they stop working or slow down. This guilt often stems from internal pressures or external expectations that equate rest with laziness or failure. Overcoming this guilt requires changing your internal dialogue. You need to remind yourself that rest is a form of self-care and self-respect. It's what allows you to come back stronger, clearer, and more capable of facing challenges ahead. To prioritize rest effectively, start by scheduling it just like any important appointment. Block off time in your calendar for breaks, naps, or gentle activities that nourish your soul. Turn off notifications, step away from screens, and resist the urge to fill every moment with tasks. Rest can be as simple as sitting quietly, going for a slow walk in nature, meditating, or even engaging in creative hobbies that relax your mind. It's also important to improve the quality of your sleep because burnout often disrupts your natural sleep patterns. Create a bedtime routine that signals your body to wind down. This could include dimming the lights, avoiding caffeine late in the day, and disconnecting from digital devices at least an hour before sleep. Prioritize getting enough hours of restful sleep to support your brain and body repair processes. Learning to rest without guilt means valuing your well-being above external pressures and understanding that rest is a vital investment in your long-term health and success. It is not time lost, but time gained in renewed strength and clarity. Embracing rest wholeheartedly will become one of the most transformative habits in your recovery journey. Number 3, reevaluate your priorities and boundaries. After recognizing burnout and learning to prioritize rest, the next vital step in rebuilding yourself is to reevaluate your priorities and set healthy boundaries. Burnout often happens because we spread ourselves too thin, trying to juggle too many responsibilities without clear limits. When you're in the thick of burnout, it's essential to pause and ask yourself, what truly matters to me? What demands on my time and energy are necessary, and which ones are draining me without giving anything back? Reevaluating your priorities means getting brutally honest about where you invest your energy. Often, we continue to commit to things out of habit, obligation, or fear of disappointing others, even when those commitments no longer align with our values or goals. This misalignment is a fast track to exhaustion. Take the time to reflect deeply on your personal and professional life. Identify which tasks, relationships, or goals are truly important and bring you fulfillment, and which ones are simply adding unnecessary stress. Setting boundaries goes hand in hand with prioritization. Boundaries are the invisible lines that protect your time, energy, and mental health. Without clear boundaries, you leave yourself open to constant demands and distractions that prevent you from healing. Boundaries might mean saying no to extra work, limiting social media and screen time, or carving out do not disturb periods during your day. Many people struggle with boundary setting because they fear confrontation or rejection. But boundaries are not about shutting others out. They're about honoring your needs so you can show up as your best self. Healthy boundaries create respect, both from others and for yourself. When you communicate your limits clearly and consistently, you reduce overwhelm and build a more sustainable rhythm in your life. This step also requires you to delegate or let go of certain responsibilities that don't serve you anymore. This might feel uncomfortable initially, especially if you're used to carrying a heavy load alone. But releasing control and trusting others can be liberating and is a key part of recovery. Reevaluating priorities and boundaries isn't a one-time task, it's an ongoing practice. As you rebuild, regularly check in with yourself to adjust your commitments and limits according to how you feel and what you need. This flexibility helps you maintain balance and prevents slipping back into burnout. By consciously choosing what deserves your energy and protecting yourself with firm boundaries, you create a foundation that supports your healing and long-term well-being. This clarity and protection give you the power to rebuild your life in a way that's aligned, fulfilling, and sustainable. Number 4, reconnect with your passion and purpose. One of the most powerful steps in rebuilding yourself after burnout is to reconnect with your passion and purpose. Burnout often leaves you feeling disconnected from what once excited you or gave your life meaning. When exhaustion takes over, it's common to lose sight of why you started on your path in the first place. Reigniting that spark is essential because your passion and purpose are the fuel that drives motivation, resilience, and joy. Reconnecting with your passion means taking the time to remember what truly inspires you. Reflect on moments in your life when you felt alive, engaged, and deeply satisfied. These memories can guide you back to what matters most. Sometimes, burnout clouds our vision and distorts our feelings, making us believe we no longer care about what we used to love. But beneath the fatigue, that passion often still exists, waiting to be rediscovered. Purpose goes hand in hand with passion, but adds a deeper sense of meaning. Purpose is the why behind your actions, the impact you want to create in your life and the world around you. During burnout, purpose may feel lost or overshadowed by stress and fatigue, but reconnecting with it helps realign your energy towards something bigger than the daily grind. To reconnect, start by carving out moments for self-reflection and exploration. Journaling, meditation, or even simple quiet time can help you tune into your inner voice and values. Ask yourself, what activities make me lose track of time? What causes or goals do I feel compelled to support? What legacy do I want to leave behind? These questions open the door to rediscovery. You might also try experimenting with small projects or hobbies that excite you, even if they seem unrelated to your current work. Sometimes, reigniting passion comes from new experiences that remind you of your creativity and joy. Allow yourself the freedom to explore without pressure or expectations. Reconnecting with passion and purpose is not about rushing or forcing motivation. It's about gently nurturing a relationship with yourself and your deeper desires. As you rebuild, your passion will provide the energy and direction needed to move forward, transforming burnout from a barrier into a stepping stone for a more meaningful and vibrant life. Number 5, develop small, sustainable habits. As you begin the journey to rebuild yourself after burnout, one of the most effective strategies is to develop small, sustainable habits that support your recovery over time. When you're overwhelmed and exhausted, trying to overhaul your entire life overnight can feel impossible and only add to your stress. Instead, focusing on tiny, manageable changes creates a foundation of consistent progress without overwhelming your mind or body. Small habits might seem insignificant at first, but their power lies in consistency. These tiny actions, when practiced daily, compound and lead to meaningful improvements in your energy, mood, and resilience. For example, something as simple as drinking an extra glass of water each day, stretching for 5 minutes in the morning, or practicing deep breathing before starting work can begin to shift your overall well-being in a positive direction. Sustainability is key here. Habits that are realistic and easy to maintain are much more effective than grand gestures that burn you out again. The goal is to build momentum gradually, allowing your body and mind to adjust to healthier routines at a comfortable pace. When small habits become automatic, they require less mental effort, freeing up your energy for bigger challenges down the road. Start by identifying areas of your life that need attention but won't overwhelm you. Perhaps it's improving sleep hygiene, incorporating short moments of mindfulness, or setting a daily intention to focus on something positive. Choose just 1 or 2 habits at a time and commit to doing them every day for at least a week or 2 before adding new ones. Tracking your progress, even in simple ways like checking off days on a calendar, can motivate you and reinforce the habit. Celebrate these small wins because they represent your growing strength and commitment to self-care. Remember, setbacks are normal. Missing a day or 2 doesn't mean failure. The key is to gently return to your habit without judgment or pressure. This compassionate approach prevents discouragement and keeps you moving forward. Over time, these small habits will build a resilient lifestyle that supports your recovery and prevents future burnout. They create a rhythm of care and balance that nurtures both your physical and mental health, helping you rebuild your life from the ground up in a sustainable and empowering way. Number 6, seek support and build a strong network. Rebuilding yourself after burnout is not a journey you have to take alone. One of the most important steps toward recovery is to seek support and build a strong network of people who understand, encourage, and uplift you. Burnout can leave you feeling isolated, misunderstood, or even ashamed, but reaching out for help is a sign of strength, not weakness. Support comes in many forms, and building a network means surrounding yourself with individuals who can provide emotional, practical, and sometimes professional assistance. This might include close friends and family members who listen without judgment, colleagues who respect your boundaries, or mentors who offer guidance and encouragement. When you have a community that cares about your well-being, the heavy load of burnout feels lighter and more manageable. Sometimes, support means seeking professional help. Therapists, counselors, or coaches trained in stress management and burnout recovery can offer tools and perspectives that friends and family may not provide. They help you understand your experience, develop coping strategies, and create a plan tailored to your unique needs. There is no shame in asking for professional help. It's a proactive step toward reclaiming your life. Another crucial part of building support is learning to communicate your needs clearly. Often, people around you want to help, but don't know how unless you express what you need. Whether it's asking for space, requesting help with certain tasks, or simply needing someone to listen, clear communication helps your network support you in ways that truly matter. Support networks also serve as a source of accountability and motivation. When you share your goals for recovery and rebuilding, your network can encourage you to stay on track, celebrate your progress, and remind you of your worth during challenging times. In addition to seeking help from others, Consider joining groups or communities with shared experiences, such as support groups for burnout or online forums dedicated to mental health. Connecting with others who have walked a similar path can reduce feelings of loneliness and offer valuable insights. Building a strong support network takes time and effort, especially if burnout has caused you to withdraw. But investing in these relationships is essential for healing. A well-supported person can face recovery with more confidence, resilience, and hope, knowing they are not alone on this journey. Number 7, practice mindfulness and self-compassion. A crucial part of rebuilding yourself after burnout is to practice mindfulness and self-compassion. Burnout often brings with it harsh self-criticism and overwhelming stress, leaving you feeling trapped in a cycle of negativity and exhaustion. Mindfulness and self-compassion offer powerful tools to break this cycle and create a foundation of inner peace and healing. Mindfulness is the practice of paying deliberate attention to the present moment without judgment. When you're burned out, your mind often races with worries about the future or regrets from the past, which only intensifies stress. By cultivating mindfulness, you learn to gently bring your focus back to the here and now. Whether it's noticing your breath, tuning into the sensations in your body, or simply observing your thoughts as they come and go. This helps reduce anxiety and overwhelm, allowing you to create mental space where healing can begin. Self-compassion is the practice of treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer a dear friend. Burnout can make you feel unworthy or weak, but self-compassion encourages you to respond to your suffering with warmth and acceptance instead of harsh judgment. It means acknowledging that struggle and pain are part of being human and that it's okay to be imperfect and vulnerable. To cultivate mindfulness, start with small daily practices such as mindful breathing for a few minutes each morning or evening. Even simple acts like eating a meal without distractions or taking a slow walk while paying attention to your surroundings can build your mindfulness muscles over time. For self-compassion, notice the tone of your inner dialogue. When you catch yourself thinking critical or negative thoughts, pause and ask, would I say this to a friend? If not, gently reframe your thoughts to be more supportive. You might also practice self-compassion by writing a kind letter to yourself or repeating comforting phrases like, I am doing my best, and that is enough. Together, mindfulness and self-compassion help you build emotional resilience. They enable you to face burnout without being overwhelmed by shame or frustration, creating a safe inner environment for recovery. This practice also nurtures patience, which is essential as rebuilding takes time and cannot be rushed. Number 8, rebuild physical health step by step. One of the most tangible and impactful ways to rebuild yourself after burnout is to rebuild your physical health step by step. Burnout doesn't only affect your mind and emotions, it takes a serious toll on your body as well. Chronic stress drains your energy, disrupts your sleep, weakens your immune system, and can even cause persistent aches and pains. Prioritizing physical health is essential for restoring your overall vitality and creating a strong foundation for recovery. When you're exhausted and depleted, the idea of jumping into intense workouts or drastic diet changes can feel overwhelming or even impossible. That's why rebuilding physical health requires a gentle, gradual approach. Start by tuning into what your body truly needs rather than pushing it to extremes. This mindset allows you to respect your current limits while slowly improving your strength and stamina. Sleep is often the first and most critical area to address. Burnout frequently disrupts sleep patterns, making it harder to fall asleep or stay rested. Establishing a consistent sleep routine, going to bed and waking up at the same time each day, helps regulate your body clock. Creating a calming pre-sleep ritual, such as reading a book, stretching gently, or avoiding screens, can also improve the quality of your rest. Nutrition plays a significant role in physical recovery. Nourishing your body with balanced meals rich in whole foods, plenty of fruits and vegetables, healthy fats, and lean proteins provides essential nutrients that support brain function and energy levels. Avoid excessive caffeine, sugar, or processed foods that can lead to energy crashes or mood swings. Incorporating movement into your daily routine is another important step. It doesn't have to mean intense exercise right away. Even gentle activities like walking, yoga, or stretching can improve circulation, reduce tension, and boost endorphins. The key is consistency rather than intensity, small, regular movement sessions that gradually build your physical resilience. Listening to your body is paramount. Pay attention to signs of fatigue or pain and adjust accordingly. Avoid comparing yourself to others or expecting rapid results. Physical recovery from burnout is a personal journey, and respecting your pace will prevent setbacks. Rebuilding physical health also involves managing stress through relaxation techniques such as deep breathing, massage, or meditation. These help calm your nervous system and reduce the physical symptoms of burnout. By steadily caring for your body with rest, nutrition, movement, and relaxation, you restore not only your physical strength, but also your mental clarity and emotional balance, setting the stage for holistic recovery. Number 9, create a vision for your future self. A powerful way to rebuild yourself after burnout is to create a clear vision for your future self. Burnout often leaves you feeling lost and uncertain about where to go next. When exhaustion clouds your mind and drains your motivation, having a vivid picture of who you want to become can serve as a guiding light. This vision provides direction, fuels your determination, and helps you make intentional choices aligned with your deeper goals. Creating a vision starts with imagining your ideal self beyond burnout, not just physically rested, but mentally and emotionally renewed, living a balanced and fulfilling life. Ask yourself, what does my best self look like? How do I want to feel day to day? What values do I want to embody? What kind of work or activities bring me joy and meaning? Visualizing these answers makes your future tangible and real. A detailed vision includes more than just big goals. It captures small, meaningful details too. Picture your daily routine, the relationships you nurture, the hobbies you enjoy, and the mindset you carry. The more vivid and specific this image, the stronger its pull will be. When you can see it clearly in your mind's eye, it becomes easier to stay motivated even when challenges arise. Writing down your vision can deepen its impact. Consider creating a vision board with images, words, or quotes that resonate with your aspirations. Place it somewhere visible to remind yourself daily of where you're headed. Revisiting this vision regularly keeps your focus sharp and prevents you from drifting back into old patterns that led to burnout. A future-focused mindset shifts you from feeling stuck in recovery to actively building a new, empowered identity. It transforms your journey from reactive healing into proactive growth. Your vision acts as a compass when making decisions, helping you say yes to what aligns with your values and no to what drains you. Remember, your vision is a living thing. It can evolve as you grow and discover new passions or priorities. Flexibility is important because recovery isn't linear. Sometimes you may need to adjust your vision to match your current reality without losing sight of the bigger picture. Having a clear vision fuels hope, resilience, and courage. It reminds you that burnout is not the end, but a turning point toward a more vibrant, authentic, and fulfilled version of yourself. Number 10, celebrate every small victory as you work to rebuild yourself after burnout. One of the most vital yet often overlooked steps is to celebrate every small victory along the way. Recovery is rarely a straight path or a quick fix. It is a series of gradual steps, some big and many small, that accumulate into meaningful progress. Acknowledging and appreciating these moments of success keeps your motivation alive and reminds you that you are moving forward, even when the changes feel subtle. When you're recovering from burnout, it's easy to focus on what still feels difficult or on the distance you have yet to cover. This mindset can lead to frustration and discouragement. However, shifting your attention to the small wins helps build positive momentum and nurtures a sense of accomplishment. Each small victory, whether it's getting a full night's sleep, setting a boundary, saying no to an extra task, or simply feeling a moment of calm, is proof that you're rebuilding your strength and reclaiming your life. Celebrating small victories doesn't have to be elaborate. It can be as simple as taking a moment to acknowledge your effort, journaling about your progress, or sharing your wins with a supportive friend or group. These acts reinforce your self-worth and validate your commitment to healing. Recognizing small successes also rewires your brain to focus on growth rather than setbacks. This positive reinforcement makes it easier to keep going when challenges arise. It creates a mental habit of seeing progress, which is essential for long-term recovery and resilience. Another benefit of celebrating small wins is that it encourages patience. Burnout recovery is a marathon, not a sprint, and progress might sometimes be invisible or slow. By honoring each step forward, you cultivate a mindset of kindness and persistence instead of impatience and self-criticism. It's important to customize what celebration means for you. For some, it might be treating yourself to a favorite meal. For others, taking a relaxing bath, or simply pausing to breathe deeply and smile. Whatever feels rewarding and motivating can become part of your celebration ritual. By consistently celebrating your small victories, you create a cycle of encouragement that fuels your rebuilding journey. This practice empowers you to stay committed, overcome obstacles, and eventually transform burnout into a catalyst for lasting personal growth and renewed vitality.